May I now invite the Chairman of Jet Airways, Mr. Naresh Goyal, to please address the gathering.
My dear friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you this morning to what I must confess is a long overdue media session to formally announce the first ever foreign direct investment in civil aviation in India between Jet Airways and Etihad Airways. Sharing the dais with me is my very good friend, the President and Chief Executive Officer of Etihad Airways, Mr. James Hogan. And I know I speak on James' behalf as well as when I extend to you our most sincere thanks for your patience in bearing with us over the extended time it took us to meet and speak with you in the matter of a recently approved equity partnership. James, no newcomer to India or to New Delhi, is like me a great admirer of the media here, as we both know the dynamic role each of you play in informing and transforming society at large on a wide-ranging canvas of issues of national and international significance. James is one of the most charismatic and engaging personalities I have ever met. His exceptional qualities of head and heart have seen him lead Etihad Airways from just a carrier operating to a handful of destinations and generating $300 million annually to a globally respected mega international airline delivering annual revenues of over $7 billion today. James is not only a great aviation professional, but also one of the finest minds globally, respected as a business leadership icon, and I value our mutual trust, respect, and regard. He has established a vibrant new landscape in the aviation industry by developing a partnership such as ours, going beyond the usual alliances that we commonly know. This partnership also builds on the strong ties that India has enjoyed with Abu Dhabi and the UAE and the culture and trade links that our two peoples have shared over centuries. James and I are here to share with you the benefits that this equity partnership between our two carriers would bring as envisaged under the FDI policy. Let me also present to you our CEO designate, Mr. Kramer Wall, and our Chief Operating Officer designate, Mr. Subodh Karnik, he's here somewhere, who will take over their respective posts at Jet Airways in Mumbai after obtaining the necessary government clearances. All of you know the contours of our partnership, entailing an investment of 24% in Jet Airways by Etihad Airways. It is common knowledge that the global airline industry has faced fiscal challenges on an unprecedented scale, largely owing to the global economic slowdown, volatile fuel prices, and particularly in India, fluctuations in the rupee-dollar parity. Despite the government's best efforts at building new and modern airports, infrastructure limitations continue to exist, and the situation is made worse by excess seat and freight capacity, particularly in the domestic industry. High taxes on fuel continue to challenge the financial viability of most airlines. Put together, these factors have adversely affected the bottom lines of most carriers in India. It was therefore opportune that the government considered it prudent to allow foreign direct investment in civil aviation And as you know, we at Jet Airways were the first to avail of this opportunity. Both Etihad Airways, the national airline of the UAE, established in 2003, and Jet Airways, established in 1993, have a common long-term vision and commitment towards benefiting air travelers to, from, and within India by providing them global connectivity and seamless travel options. We at Jet Airways see in our partnership the rendering of most useful services to India, bringing to our India-bound and traveling from India guests the convenience of a global reach, schedule choice, and flexibility within their reach from multiple Indian cities to cater to their business and leisure travel and trade needs. Our focus remains on developing our home hubs at Mumbai and Delhi. International operations continue to expand from these cities with connectivity available from across India from our domestic network. An example of this is the recent start of a non-stop service between Mumbai and Paris. In the coming year, we will continue to roll out new non-stop frequencies between India and markets in the Middle East, SAARC, and Southeast Asia, and will start services to new markets such as Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. Over the longer term, non-stop long-haul operations to Europe, China, and Australia are planned using the most advanced and efficient wide-body aircraft. Indian hubs will continue to form the largest and most significant part of our network, with a regularly expanding reach across domestic and international markets. Complementing the strategy will be a progressive expansion of our operations to Abu Dhabi, connecting more and more points in India directly with international flights. In tandem, we will add our own operations beyond Abu Dhabi, offering Indian guests seamless connectivity onwards to points in North America and other destinations in the Middle East. This program will be integrated with seamless global connectivity through Etihad Airways' large and expanding network to destinations in Africa, Europe, North and South America, and the Middle East. In this way, the two airlines will combine to offer guests the choice of an unparalleled global network and flexibility of schedules and connecting points. This will be supplemented with integrated offerings such as frequent flyer miles, lounges, check-in, and baggage handling. With recently received regulatory approvals in place, the two airlines will also now harmonize their sales strategy, thus offering agents, corporates, and guests across markets and segments combined products for every need. This integrated approach will help us improve revenues from code share agreements with not only Etihad Airways, but also with other partners. Our coming together as partners reflects our strong determination to ensure profitability through improved market share and unrelenting focus on quality of service across all disciplines. Between us, we have a domestic and global network in which we can take pride, and we will not stop here as we together strive to grow our respective market shares. The partnership will also give a flip to Jet Airways employees in India to enhance their career growth, gain from the knowledge and best practices of Etihad Airways, advanced systems and processes, and by belonging to a financially stable, professional airline partnership, giving staff the opportunity to plan their professional lives more effectively. In this win-win partnership, Etihad Airways too will benefit by having access to the 50+ odd domestic destinations of Jet Airways, to our hubs, and the extensive ground services network across the country. This partnership is a deeply collaborative effort for both partners and will ensure Indian guests are the winners. Additionally, Jet Airways will benefit from cooperative procurement of aircraft and maintenance, air airport facilities, etc., leading to a leveraging cost advantage for the airline. Friends, the benefits of this partnership that will emerge are those envisaged by the government's FDI policy and will delight our guests and encourage more tourism and trade into and out of India, a significant foreign exchange earner for our country. With all necessary approvals in place, we are grateful to the Government of India and the concerned ministries and regulatory authorities for having carefully considered and envisaged the need for foreign direct investment in civil aviation, which I believe has been the precursor to foreign direct investment in other sectors as well. May I now invite Mr. James Hogan, President, Chief Executive Officer of Etihad, to address you and offer your presentation. Thank you.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us here in Delhi. It's an absolute pleasure to be here this morning with Naresh to introduce the strategic direction of this partnership. And I guess one of the most important things when you enter into a partnership is that there's a strong trust and bond between the two organisations. And quite frankly, we would only have entered into this agreement if we were working with Naresh Goyal. Naresh is a legend in the Indian aviation industry. He's a true pioneer, a true entrepreneur, and the relationship is key in driving this partnership forward. We obviously love India. We think India as a market, as a destination, is key for our development. And the strategy is how we both win, how we take advantage of our positioning in the Gulf, in Abu Dhabi, but also how we work with the hubs and the gateways of the Indian market. A unique market in excess of 1.2 billion people. It's a growing economy, long historical ties with the Gulf, largest trading partner of the UAE, and in excess of 42 million people travel internationally each year. And it's a market of amazing opportunities. And I must admit, as an Australian, I was also delighted that the Indians beat the English in cricket. I always support anyone who plays against England, except when Australia play, of course. As an airline, we are the fastest growing airline in the history of commercial aviation. Established in 2003, we're a non-legacy carrier. We've been able to establish a business with a clean sheet of paper. And that's probably our unique competitive edge. The shareholder is the government of Abu Dhabi. But the mandate we've been given is truly a commercial mandate. It is about being safe. It's about being best in class where you decide to compete, whether it be first, business, or economy. And that's a reflection of the product that you see here in the room, the seats, which in fact mirror the product on board with Jet Airways. It is about working smart. It's about economic contribution. And of course, it's about making money. So the mandate is very clear. As an airline, we have in excess of 20,000 employees. We operate over 100 aircraft, over 100 destinations, carry in excess of over 11 million passengers, 142 nationalities. One of our major nationality blocks at Etihad Airways is, in fact, Indian nationals. And we made profit last year. So certainly, a good medium-sized business, well-positioned over Abu Dhabi, and taking advantage of our gateway in the Gulf. And there are a number of gateways in the Gulf. There's Dubai, there's Doha, and Abu Dhabi. And Abu Dhabi is the capital of the United Arab Emirates. As an emerging global economy, moving away from the diversification, the economy was built obviously on oil, but moving into a whole range of other sectors. But the focus on accountability, the focus on governance, the focus on best in class and practice is fundamental in everything we do. It is a centre for trade. It's a very clear vision in the 2030 economic plan how Abu Dhabi continues to grow, how it reaches out to its near neighbours, how they take advantage of that crossroad to link not only Abu Dhabi with India, Abu Dhabi with Europe, Abu Dhabi with Southeast Asia. A focus on tourism. The key inbound market to Abu Dhabi today for tourism is India. So whether it be Ferrari World, whether it be best-in-class golf courses, whether it be education with the Sorbonne building a campus in Abu Dhabi, New York University, INSEAD building campuses in Abu Dhabi. That's how we take advantage of that relationship with India moving forward, how we connect that natural association and history between the Gulf and the Indian market. Certainly, we see consolidation. We see the opportunity in a changing aviation world that the business model has to change from legacy carriers to low-cost carriers to, in fact, a strategy such as ours, which is breaking away from the mainstream. We are well positioned, both India and the UAE, to take advantage of the rapidly growing markets. When you look at the IATA statistics, that's India, that's South Asia, that's the Middle East, that's growing compared to Europe and North America. We are seeing change in business models, and the Gulf hubs are certainly at the crossroad. So our model is to build through a range of avenues. In our own right, organic growth. We operate over 100 aircraft today. We have another 220 aircraft on order going out beyond 2020 to 2040, but we'll still be half the size of our nearest competitor. As a new entrant, we entered and moved into code sharing relatively early to stretch the network. We then started taking investment in other airlines to build strong commercial agreements, to move passengers through our networks, to take advantage of markets where we are bilaterally constrained, whether it be Germany, whether it be Australia, and where we had caps here in the Indian market, taking advantage of our connectivity over the hub. So what you've seen over the past 8 years is the acceleration into code shares. So at the end of our network, whether it be in Australia, whether it be in Germany, whether it be in Europe, or be in the Americas, that we can stretch for our guests. Airlines are about connectivity. It's about moving people through the network and positioning the network to take advantage of a digital age as buyer behaviour changes as we move forward. One of the great things about the Indian Gulf market is that the segmentation is so broad in the business sector, in the leisure sector, in the religious traffic, in the worker traffic. So it's how we take advantage and connect and meet the requirements for those traffic flows. From a strategic investment perspective, investing in other airlines isn't new for us. We have a very clear game plan to invest in other airlines. So you see here from this chart, 49% in Air Serbia, 40% in Air Seychelles, Etihad Regional out of Switzerland, Air Berlin, the 6th largest airline in Europe, 29%, Jet Airways, 24%, Virgin Australia, 21%, Aer Lingus, just under 5%, and we're in the final stages of negotiating with Alitalia. So when we look at our model of organic, of code, and equity investment, this isn't new to us. This is about a long-term macro plan to build connectivity, to take advantage of collaboration where we achieve common commercial roles. How we look at the network, not overlapping, but the network achieving greater connectivity to flow more passengers through our respective systems. Simultaneously, it's about scale. As a group, we have over 700 aircraft. So when we talk to Boeing, to GE, to Rolls-Royce, we're not talking about 100 aircraft at Etihad or 100 aircraft at Jet. We're talking of a collection which gives us huge scale opportunities to restructure our cost base. So fleet, staff, training, maintenance, these are all areas that we tackle in our own right and collectively with our partners. And that gives us the opportunity to restructure our businesses. Abu Dhabi and India are well placed for global growth. As Naresh mentioned, as we integrate our networks moving forward, we'll build an air bridge between India and Abu Dhabi, between Abu Dhabi and India. In fact, the focus we have to build business into India, for the ability for Jet Airways to grow their business out of India into Europe, into South Asia, and how we build global connectivity is fundamental in our strategic direction. And as I mentioned, no market is more important to us than India. Our investments, all our investments are long-term strategic investment. We haven't stepped in for 1, 2, or 3 years, whether it be Germany, whether it be India, or if we complete the Alitalia deal. These are about long-term restructuring programs to ensure that all our partners are profitable. But the uniqueness of India, with a middle class of 300 million, of a diverse expatriate community in the Americas, in Europe, in Australia, is that we do have the opportunity to build something unique between Jet Airways and Etihad Airways. Just alone, the relationship between the UAE and India is powerful. So the growth opportunities moving forward, we consider, are considerable. And a market of 42 million people travelling internationally is unique. It's a market that's growing. It's one of the most dynamic aviation markets in the world. And I have to congratulate the government with their FDI policy to give Indian Airlines the opportunity to restructure and build and achieve those network top-line benefits and those scale benefits moving forward. And India, a strong Jet Airways, a strong Indian aviation market is critical to our future. So a key pillar of how we create a global business is a strong Indian market, a vibrant Jet Airways. And we're very focused on how we achieve that. And what a brand. What Naresh has built with his team. It's a great business. It's a strong market. It's a private airline with the chairman, the man who built the business, firmly in control. You know yourself, aviation is a challenging market. There's no tougher business than aviation. And the ability we have moving forward to build with Naresh is considerable. So the discussions we had with Naresh, and let's be very clear, we looked at a number of opportunities here in India. We assessed other airlines, but we felt the opportunity with Jet, the philosophy of the two companies, the ability to build our networks and work collaboratively was the best partner. And it's been a long process. We've had to work through the proper rules. We've had to ensure we've crossed the T's and dotted the I's and met all the government requirements to be able to complete the transaction. So in March, the deal was ratified. We've been working quietly behind the scenes on the macro view. And today we're sharing with you the macro view because as you can appreciate, behind the scenes, we're working with suppliers, we're working with our financial partners on the restructuring. But certainly we consider the power of these two airlines, of over 312 origin and destination connections. Between us, over 200 aircraft we carry, 20 million passengers, over 33,000 employees. Connecting key markets is good for India, it's good for Abu Dhabi, it's good for our respective airlines. Because in aviation, sometimes we forget it's about the guest or the passenger. And it's how we build strong network and flows and build connectivity to take advantage of that broad segmentation, to take advantage of each other's network. How we complement each other is what we're building. It's not about taking from India. It's not about giving Abu Dhabi an advantage. It's in fact how we both win, how we build out of India, how we build out of Delhi, how we build out of Bombay, how we build Abu Dhabi. And this connectivity is unique. And if you step back and look at the worldwide landscape for the consumer, for the travel management company, for the independent traveller, it is all about network and how we connect and how we ensure we open up India, we make India competitive, and how we complement each other's systems. And the guest. We don't have passengers. Both Naresh and I have guests. And it's about the guests winning. It's about building that network. Already we're using a Jet Airways aircraft from Abu Dhabi to New York. We recently announced San Francisco services with a jet aircraft, the aircraft operating Delhi, Abu Dhabi to San Francisco, leased into Etihad Airways. We're putting out more wide-body aircraft into India. We're looking at how we achieve greater access inbound and outbound from the markets. You know, Naresh mentioned in opening the Paris flights, in looking at more flights into Europe from India, means we provide open geo options to give the consumer much more choice. And we're able to work with Jet as a partner to ensure the challenges that they face, we can work through together. In the restructuring of the organisation, through resource sharing, procurement is going to be a major area of focus, and how we achieve efficiencies to improve our bottom line. And our commitment is considerable. You know, we are here for the long term, and the 24% investment, 380 million, we acquired the slots of Jet Airways, leased them back to Jet Airways. We're creating together a global loyalty program. We're a shareholder in all the loyalty programs of the airlines that we've invested in, and it's a commitment to date in excess of 750 million. So if there's any doubt that we're not here to build a stronger future with Jet Airways, it's quite clear. Quite clear. We're here to work together to support Naresh and his team on building a strong airline, in restructuring and returning the business to sustainable profitability. And we wouldn't have stepped in if we weren't convinced this airline will move back to profitability, that the investment will be available to rebuild, to reposition, that the network and the product can be upgraded, and that Jet becomes a competitive player in the market. Now, this doesn't happen overnight. It's a structured approach, step by step, and that's what's important to understand. The investment is there, the game plan is in place, now it's about delivery. And we as an airline are very proud in what we provide. We are an industry leader. It's that clean sheet of paper. We've taken a view from day one that the product, the offering, is always best in class. And that's seen in the product here, you've seen in the room by the announcement recently on our A380s of the residences at the far back of the room. But important fact is, like, all our aircraft by the end of this year worldwide are connected. So Wi-Fi, connectivity, GSM. We're very focused as we roll out with our partners that over the coming years we achieve global commonality. And as an airline, it is about choice for the consumer. It's about network, it's about affordable pricing, it's about smart pricing, it's about growth that is sustainable, and it's about choice. It's about safety, it's about reliability, all the fundamentals that you would expect. And let me be very clear. As I started, as I finish, we are a long-term investor in Jet Airways, as we are with the other airlines that we invest in. It's different from being a shareholder. We've got skin in the game. We're there to support, we're there to build, and there is no exit strategy. Our strategy is to build and partner and take advantage of Jet's presence in the marketplace and build in a changing business market. Aviation will be different in 5 years from now. The way that people buy, the rules of business, And you're going to see, in my opinion, much more consolidation. And quite frankly, it's not about we're here to stay, we're delighted. We're delighted that we've been able to be the first airline to complete a foreign direct investment in India. We're delighted that the government and the aviation officials have had the vision to enable this transaction to be completed. But more importantly, our DNA. Abu Dhabi, India are linked through history, through culture, through business. And organisationally, I can have no better partner than Naresh Goyal and the Jet Airways team to work with. So with that, I'll hand back to Naresh. Thank you.
I'd like to introduce Mr. Kramer Ball, our designated Chief Executive Officer. I'm requesting him to speak on behalf of the company and on my behalf. He will get fully involved after all his clearances come. And in the meantime, I've been working with my team, so I'll just request so that you can all get to know Mr. Kramer Ball. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm honoured to be here today as CEO designate to assist the Chairman in today's presentation. I certainly look forward to being formalised as CEO and entrenching myself with the Chairman, with the Jet team and with our new partnership. Today I'm here to present where we are and where we're going. James Hogan mentioned about India being a powerhouse economy. There's no doubt that growth is present in India. The growth in India is more than double the OECD average. There is a huge opportunity in India. IATA estimate that by 2016 there'll be 107 million domestic travellers within India. Mr. Goyal recognised the growth of the Indian market, and he recognised the importance of having a strong aviation industry. And that's why Mr. Goyal, the Jet Airways team, introduced a strong, competitive and truly game-changing airline. Jet Airways is a great brand. We introduced quality. The Chairman introduced quality into India's airline industry. But it's been tough, particularly over the recent years. But the commitment of the Chairman and the team is to re-energise and re-establish Jet Airways as India's leading airline. It's been tough, and there have been multiple factors in terms of Jet's position today. Certainly difficult economic climate, rapid growth of competition in the domestic market, volatile fuel prices, significant financial challenges, a need to continually invest in the core product. And we've had multiple brands. The key thing is that we need to change. We need to move forward. Our financial performance. We declared a loss of just over 4,000 crore. Importantly, we took the hard decisions, or the board took the hard decisions, for significant non-cash write-downs. And that puts the Jet team in a position, a very strong position, to move forward. Tough decisions were made, and now we can move forward. So where are we heading from here? It's about a 3-year plan. It's about next financial year, reduce the losses. Then we consolidate. And within 3 years, by 2017, it's profitability. And some of those key highlights, how do we achieve that? ASK growth, more seats through improved use of our assets, improved load factors, a reduction in unit costs, particularly over the next 2 years, where we will see a 17% reduction over unit costs. Our business strategy today is a mix of both domestic and international flying. Domestic is a major challenge. Quite frankly, at the moment, domestic is unprofitable. It requires change. International has contributed about 45% of our overall revenue. By 2015, international will contribute 63% of our overall revenue. This provides a natural currency hedge. It provides us with risk mitigation. So international business, it's about organic and code-share expansion of the network, new routes, increased frequency. It's about having the positive impact of a strong partnership with Etihad and our other partners. We have a key, unique selling point for those travelling to the US with pre-clearance of immigration in Abu Dhabi. That means when our customers, when our guests arrive in the US, it's virtually a domestic process. That is key. No one else can do that. We have enhanced frequent flyer capability. We now are part of a truly global program, 25 partners. We see the feed growing from our international operations into our domestic network through the 2 key hubs of Delhi and Mumbai, and that will grow. And I've mentioned the 3-year path to profitability. Well, it's important to note we are already on track. It may be a surprise to many people that already our international business is profitable. But it's about growing from here. It's about taking the business forward. So it's happening now. Our international product, what is it about? Quality, value. It's about continuous improvement. 2- and 3-class product, depending on the destination, wide and narrow body. Our product already is well received, and we need to continue to enhance that. First class, we have it out in the foyer, a private suite, premium food and beverage. And our first class is as good as anyone in the business. Personal wardrobe, extensive IFE. Our business class, it's a flat bed. And not every airline in the world can boast that they have a flat bed. Full food and beverage offering, extensive in-flight entertainment. And the economy class, it's about continual investment in economy class. Good seats, good IFE, and it's about remembering our roots. Indian food and beverage, Indian culture coming through the service. Our domestic business. Well, certainly the Indian domestic market is fiercely competitive. Our intention is to be very present and to continue to look for opportunities to grow our domestic business. But we need to adapt. We need structural change, and that change will happen over the next 12 months. We need to remove complexity in our fleet, keep it simple. Remove complexity in our product, keep it simple, and consistency. Enhance product. How can we enhance the domestic product? Strong connectivity from international to domestic, from domestic to international. It's about building the breadth and the connectivity from domestic to international. And that happens also through code-share growth. Domestic, unashamed. It's about a 2-class product. It's about full service and business class, premium ground experience, lounges, seat assignment, priority check-in, priority boarding, increased luggage allowance, fast track, premium in-flight service, full frequent flyer offering. And that's key. We have full frequent flyer offering that provides our guests choice not only in India but around the world. And the target is segmentation, business class, high-end leisure travellers. Our economy product, it's about providing a quality value offering to our guests, targeting smart travellers who are looking for value and competitive fares. It's about having service connectivity with inbound and outbound international flights, seamless travel for our guests who are coming from overseas, visiting India, beyond, from Bordeaux to Goa, through Mumbai or through Delhi. It's about quality food and beverage, premium seating, lounge access. It's about frequent flyer, customer loyalty and recognition. It's other value adds, frequent flyer, increased baggage allowance. It's about providing our customer not just with good value, but added value. And there's more news to come in this space for domestic, so please watch this space. Our turboprop proposition is key. All economy, it's about feeding the hubs. It's about feeding domestic, it's about feeding international. It's about providing connectivity to Tier 2 and to Tier 3 destinations across India. It's about providing feed. Now, critically, extremely important is our financial and our performance priorities. What do we need to do? We need to restructure debt. We need to reduce our liabilities. Resource sharing, collaborative procurement, leveraging the economies of scale with our new partnership. It's about network and fleet review. Maximise efficiency, minimise the cost. It's about increasing the focus on profitable activities. Drive cost, drive profitability. It's about higher quality revenue, improved load factors. And what is key is that we have a plan. There is much more to be done, there are huge opportunities, and there is certainly much more to be achieved. Our network. Our network is about how our international and domestic networks combine and maximise the flows between international, domestic, a full breadth across domestic. I'll be talking about three key items. India, Abu Dhabi, as mentioned before. About our home hub growth. It's about driving traffic through Mumbai, through Delhi, through to secondary points in India. It's about code share. It's about working smartly and effectively with our partners. India, Abu Dhabi, make no doubt, it's a key pillar of our new network strategy. We currently have 6 flights between Abu Dhabi and Indian destinations. Goa, Pune, Ahmedabad, Lucknow will be added by the end of 2014. And what I mentioned before, a key point is we have customs pre-clearance in Abu Dhabi. We currently have 312 combined combinations via Abu Dhabi, more than 1,200 combinations by 2018. Connecting traffic from Abu Dhabi Gateway will increase 7-fold in the next 5 years. It's in line with our business growth. As key are our regional hubs. And the Chairman mentioned before, Ho Chi Minh City. We're expanding in November 2014. Further expansion plans for KL, for Rangoon, for Seychelles. And looking smartly about how we can feed traffic to points such as India over other points such as Seychelles. Increased frequency on existing routes, Middle East, Gulf routes. They've proved successful for us. How can we actually leverage more international flying, more frequency to the Gulf, direct from points in India? The Chairman mentioned our focus on medium and long-haul markets. Paris. We now have daily flights from Mumbai to Paris. We're looking at more capacity, more non-stop routes from India through to points in Europe, Asia, Australasia. It's about how we combine all these points. It's about Abu Dhabi. It's about direct services to medium to long haul. It's about our domestic hubs, how it all feeds, how it connects together. There are significant opportunities when you look at our network, when you look at our fit, and how we move together forward. Our code-share partnership with Abu Dhabi is key, but within Etihad Airways there's also the equity partners. We need to maximise the flows to and from India. We're seeing great results already. From the beginning of June, when we implemented the bulk of our code shares, we've seen the transfer traffic onto Jet Airways double. And that's in a period of 4 weeks. And that growth continues. At the moment, we have 71 code share routes with Etihad Airways. We'll see continued growth to the Middle East, beyond to US, Europe, Africa and Australia. We see connectivity, as I mentioned before, with partners such as Air Berlin, Air Seychelles, Air Lingus, Air Serbia, and hopefully very soon Alitalia, James. Codeshare traffic doubled again within 1 month. Codeshares are a huge success for our business. This map represents the footprint of our combined network as it stands today. What does it mean? It means more choice for the customer, more flexibility for the customer. We can take the guest coming from India, we can take the guest travelling into India from virtually any point around the world. That is an extremely powerful proposition. And it will continue to grow. Key plank of our way forward is about fleet efficiency. We need to get the best from our aircraft assets. We need to maximise flying and minimise cost. We currently have 112 aircraft. We need to look at surplus aircraft. We sell or we return them. We consolidate fleet types. Keep it simple. More efficient narrow-bodied and wide-bodied aircraft. Fleet sharing with Etihad. And the Etihad CEO mentioned before, we have a Jet Airways aircraft flying from Delhi to Abu Dhabi and to San Francisco. Gives us presence, gives us flexibility, gives us a very strong way to move forward. Our cargo business is growing rapidly. Cargo in this country for Jet Airways is a major opportunity. We see cooperation within the partnerships with cargo. We see opportunities to share capacity on Etihad cargo flights. We see new cargo routes such as New York, Paris. And we see a significant opportunity in developing more a domestic cargo product. Our people. In my very short time here in India, it's one thing that I've noticed. We have one key asset at Jet Airways, and that is our people. We have some of the most skilled and dedicated people working for Jet Airways that I have ever come across in any business. The key is to engage our people. The key will be to invest our people. People in our business are our key assets. We need a motivated workforce. We need to work together. We need to focus on training, skill development. We need to work with the partners, such as Etihad, to make the most of the assets to train our people. Now already we have trained 500 people in the short time that Jet Airways and Etihad have been working together. We have programs in place to look to train another 3,000 people. That means more skilled workforce, more motivated workforce. And again, that's a key plank of our way forward for profitability within 3 years. And what's very important is when our crew fly around the world, when our staff travel around the world, when we train our people, all our people are ambassadors for India. Our strategy moving forward, the 3-year plan, is underpinned by strong governance. It's a strong board and numerous board committees. It's about structure. A newly appointed CEO designate in myself, Chief Operating Officer designate, and other staff to work with our team. We have long-serving and skilled senior management, which I mentioned before. It's about having strong manual of authority. It's about international standards for reporting. It's about robust reporting structures. And it's about having agreed turnaround plan that is ratified by the board. And what's today about? Today is about partnership. It's about partnership, it's about moving forward, and it's about profitability. And Mr. Chairman, as Chief Executive Designate, I can't wait to be formalised. I can't wait to engage with the media community, with the rest of the government, the trade in India, with my team to take this business forward. As CEO Designate, I am honoured to be here again today. Thank you for your time. I look forward to working with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Goel, Mr. Hogan and Mr. Ball. Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard from our panel, and as we go into the next section, I'd like to take the time now to thank our viewers who've joined us via our live webcast. We take your leave now as we take time now to